Hey Airdrie, Brad Walker with Redline Real Estate here again with your monthly market update for Airdrie for December and for the whole year of 2019. Now before we get started, if you could just scroll down, tap that like button, that would really help me out a lot. And let's be honest, if you're from Airdrie, you're a nice person, so why would you not? Alright, well let's start with December specifically before we jump into the whole year. So here you see in December, it was an above average month for sales in Airdrie. We sold 68% of new listings for the month as compared to our average of 57% for the year, and we also saw our inventory drop quite a bit, but that's to be expected around the holidays and heading into winter. The last stat that I want to talk about before we jump into the year as a whole is our benchmark price. Now, overall, our benchmark price for December came in at a 0% change year over year. After being in negative percentages all year, every month, we finally climbed back to an even year over year, which is great news as we head into 2020. Now keep in mind that this does differ for each style of property. So you'll see here detached and semi-detached homes actually saw an increase year over year, whereas row homes and apartments saw a loss of 7% still year over year. Overall, December was a good month as we head into the new year. Now for our year in review for 2019. Overall, it was a pretty good year for real estate in Airdrie. Now, we are still in a buyer's market and we do still have those lower prices, but what we did see is some of our stats start to turn around and shift in a more positive direction. Throughout the year, we had lower inventory and higher sales numbers in nearly every single month of the year as compared to last year. In total, we saw 13% fewer listings and 4% more sales than we did in 2018. Also, we saw a higher percentage of those listings actually selling. So in 2018, only 48% of new listings actually sold on the market, whereas in 2019, we were at 57%. Which is still not a great number. Obviously, we'd like to see it higher than 57% of listings sold, but it is nearly a 10% increase over the previous year, which is great news. Now I want you to take a quick look at this chart here. What I want you to look at here is this blue line here. The blue line there is our benchmark price over the past 10 years. Now the last time that we had a year where we saw more sales and fewer listings than the previous year was back in 2012. And if you look at what happened after that year, prices rose for the next 3 years in a row. Now I can't say whether or not that's going to happen again. I'm just pointing out the patterns that I'm seeing in the stats and relaying them to you guys. Now for hottest communities. So for December, Sagewood is definitely going to get the hottest communities tag as they've sold 3 times more properties than they've had new listings, and they've dropped their inventory from 16 listings down to 6 as they enter the new year. So definitely a great position for them to be in as they enter 2020, and hopefully they can keep it up. Alright, now in mortgage news. So not a whole lot going on with mortgages again this month. For the past 6 months, we've stayed fairly level with a couple dips here and there. But for the most part right now, if you're getting a 5-year fixed mortgage, you're likely going to end up in the high 2s somewhere. Obviously that differs depending on the lender and the broker you use and all that. But if you are looking for a broker for either a new purchase or a renewal, let me know. I'd be more than happy to recommend you to someone local who'd be able to get you the best deal on your mortgage. Alright, well that about does it for this month's market update. Now if you are interested in some more detailed market reports, I do have reports that I send out monthly by email, and they can be for Airdrie or for your specific neighborhood in Airdrie. And on this report you're going to see a few more stats, and as well you're going to see the actual properties that sold that month, which I am not able to get into on these videos because it would just take way too long. So you can see the actual sales properties, what they sold for, their days on market, things like that, and it's just a good way to keep up to the market over time. So if you are interested in that report, let me know, send me a text, email, whatever that may be, and I'd be more than happy to send that off to you. And again, this is Brad Walker with Redline Real Estate. Have a fantastic January, and we'll see you next month.